Hi guys, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork and welcome to our unboxing and fresh impressions of the Nintendo 2DS. The 2DS is the latest portable handheld gaming system from Nintendo that falls in the DS family of devices. Now it's capable of playing 3DS and DS games, so you can play those games, but the difference here is that it doesn't display 3D on the screen, so you can't actually see any 3D. So this is the packaging, traditional packaging. It says best of two worlds at the back. It's red, and you can get the device in either red or the red or blue, so basically black red or black blue. Now let's go ahead and open this up. So open this out, see what we have in the packaging and see what Nintendo has packed in there. Very tight, compact packaging. And open this up. We do have, first off, the Nintendo Club card. You can sign in and register with that code if you choose. Then we also have our owner's manual, which is actually quite thick. It's thick and lengthy, so read at your own peril. And then we have the AR cards, which you can use for the AR games that we've seen with the 3DS so far. Also in here we have the power adapter to charge your 2DS, and let's pull out this bad boy here. So that is our 2DS. Now the main distinct feature of the 2DS that you'll notice is that it's basically one flat device. It doesn't fold, doesn't have any foldable sections. It's just one single piece here. Now I forgot to mention it retails for $129, so it's very affordable and priced quite well. Now you do have your two standard screens that you find in your 3DS. Same size screens for the upper and lower screens, 3.53 for the upper and 3.02 for the lower. The lower screen is touchscreen, and that of course is your analog disc. You do have a D-pad, which actually feels quite comfortable with my short use, and also you've got your traditional buttons there, A, B, X, Y. You've got your start and select on the right hand side, kind of in the middle, and the lower right hand side you do have your power button there. Now below the power button is the sleep slider, so you can actually put your device to sleep, and you've got the home button there in the center lower corner. The left lower corner is your 3.5mm jack, and on the left side is your volume rocker to increase and reduce the volume of your device. As we pan around, you can see you've got your shoulder buttons, and it's actually quite easy to access. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. So you'll have your power jack and of course your cartridge slot for your 3DS and DS games. At the back you do have two cameras, of course, which means you have 3D camera, and you can take 3D photos as well as videos. Now the stylus is on the right hand side, tucked nicely in the center. It's colored red or colored to match your 2DS, and I've got a SD card slot that comes with a 4GB SDH Class 4 card, a Samsung card, which is just funny and interesting, I think. So you can slide that in, and it's cool. They give you some storage with your device, so that is also very cool. We're going to power it up, and we'll take a look at some of the setup process, just to show you what it looks like, which I'm sure it's still the same as what you find with your 3DS. Now you've got a front-facing camera also, so you do have actually, in terms of processing and specs, the processor is the same as the 3DS. The specs are the same. It's just that it's not a hinged device. It's actually just one flat device. Now you can see it fits in my hands quite well, my two hands, and it felt comfortable using it thereabout. Now this is the setup process. You do have to set up your date and time. You also have to give your device a name. So we're going to go through some of that just to give you an idea of how it looks like. Now in terms of weight, the 2DS weighs 260 grams, the 3DS weighs 235, and the 3DS XL weighs 336, I believe. So it's in between. It's actually closer to the weight of the 3DS, and it's actually not that heavy of a device. It feels light and comfortable to use in that respect. Now Nintendo's going for younger gamers with this, so they're trying to say that basically the pricing determines that this should go to younger kids, probably 6, 7, I'm thinking, but we'll see how well it handles games and all that fun stuff. Now we're naming the device here Thunder 2DS, just because we figured, you know what, we'll name everything Thunder, and we can add acronyms to the end after that with it. And of course put date of birth here, not mine, at all. Borderwork more likely. But we'll go through the whole process here, and then you have to put in country of origin, and also after that, of course, we live in the U.S. and we put the state we're in, and then we should be able to get things rolling. It allows you to also set up your wireless, so Wi-Fi and things like that, connectivity. Now, in terms of connectivity, you do have the Street Pass, Spot Pass. It does have sleep mode, as you can see with the sleep slider. One thing it doesn't have power saving mode, so there is no power saving mode here. Nintendo says gaming wise, this should give you about 3.5 to 5.5 hours with 3DS games, and also with DS games should give you between 5 to 9 for DS games. So it should give you a slightly longer battery life, but we'll see how it is when we test it with different gaming scenarios when we give you our full review, and just tell you how comfortable it feels, gaming with the 2DS here. So let's finish up this setup process, which probably took about a minute or so, a minute and a half. I would say it wasn't too long there, but it just kind of goes dark for a second before it comes on. So it's just creating an SD card slot space. As you can see, the touchscreen, of course, on the screen on top is not a touchscreen. The screen below is a touchscreen. As you can see, you can navigate through. It's much easier to navigate with the stylus. If you're used to using a DS, you probably know that quite well there. Now, the menu system looks exactly the same, so it's pretty much the same as the 3DS. So nothing feels foreign or different if you've ever used a 3DS at all in that respect. So there you have it there. But we will do a lot of gaming. We also want to check out the camera before we do that. Again, I mentioned the camera behind is it's a dual camera, so it takes 3D photos, and you can easily take photos with the camera using the shoulder buttons on the left or right. So you can see right there says L or R to shoot, and you can use the inner cam, and you can use all those different functions on the touchscreen below. So that's something you can also do if you choose to use with that. So that is the Nintendo 2DS. If you guys have any questions or comments about the device or any games you want us to play, we'll try and accommodate that. But don't forget to subscribe to all our pages, and thank you very much, and always enjoy your entertainment.